So what is your favorite hearing aid?
So my favorite hearing aid personally is the Activus hearing aid. And in your show, we talked about a few things, and these have the best features of any other hearing aid I've ever seen.
All right.
And so they help compensate for hearing loss in lots of different ways, where they have a microphone array that changes based on your environment, so it can focus on what's in front of you, behind you, to the sides, all the way around, and it's dynamic and changes automatically based on where you are.
What does that mean, it changes?
That means that in a quiet place like this with you and me, I'm picking up more of all the sound all around. But then when we get into a challenging environment like the car, I don't want to hear everything all around. I want to hear who's sitting next to me. And most good hearing aids, they're going to focus on the windshield, which is not what you want to hear. These are going to focus and change to the side so that you're hearing the person or your grandkid in the back seat instead of all the noise all the way around.
Yeah, but what happens if you're at a noisy restaurant and you're talking to someone?
Good question. So it doesn't go to the side in that instance. That's when it goes to what's in front. And depending on how noisy the restaurant is, it tightens up a lot. And that helps bring that speech through the noise, which almost all hearing aids just cannot do very well.
That's automatically done? You don't have to do a setting, I'm in a restaurant.
No pushing buttons. I mean,
Wow.
Ronald Reagan used to use hearing aids. He had like 4 different pairs that he'd put in for different environments. These are far better than all of his hearing aids put together, and they do it automatically. No changing, no buttons, no none of that stuff. It just keeps up with you and
what's
makes
it called?
life happen.
What's it called?
The Activus hearing aid.
And you like that? Is that better for the older person with severe loss, or is it really good for just about anybody?
If I had to wear hearing aids, I would hope that would be compatible for me. It's got some really cool options. We've got Bluetooth direct to iPhone compatibility. It's rechargeable, which means you never change another battery ever again. And care maintenance is a piece of cake, and hearing is just out of this world. I love this hearing aid.
Now, if I had a problem, I could go in there and say, I want this hearing aid. I want to try it for a month.
Yep.
And if I don't like it, I get my money back.
Absolutely.
Is that right? And that's available?
Absolutely. Now, with one caveat, if we do the hearing testing and find that this particular hearing aid for one reason or another doesn't work for you, then we'd steer you to a different hearing aid. But hopefully we could use this Activus hearing aid because it's the best. But absolutely, it doesn't work for you, you don't like it, you get all your money back, no questions asked, and use it for several weeks and really prove it to yourself life is better.